How about that? Ta-da! So nobody was talking to me because I had no sound on the other thing. Thank you so much, Trisha. So I will see if I can do something about that for you guys or post the Instagram one. It's on Instagram. If you can find the Instagram one, you'll catch the beginning. My apologies. Anyway, so I'm seeing the 9 of coins, right? Which is a decision or some idea that has to do with money. And as I was saying, I can give you a quick recap for those of you that missed sound completely on YouTube and Facebook, which is feeling a little bit emotional, looking at the mirrors in which we experience ourselves with the Knight of Cups and the 10 of Cups. And I was also saying how there is this judgment card where there's a lot of tension and intensity right now. And this is the difference between using good judgment and being judgmental, right? It feels like you're making leaps and steps toward doing better. I'm also seeing that there's some miscommunication going on around you, and that's the 3 of Swords. And the 3 of Swords is our card for, you know, that feeling of anything you say gets kind of mistaken or misunderstood, etc. I was also saying, Trisha, that we have the 2 of Wands, and the 2 of Wands is that energy where you feel like you have 2 paths that you have to take. And so there's this, you know, worry, this worry about like how things are going to play out. Nobody likes to live in fear mentality, but there's also things that you have to speak to, and that's what I was talking in a nutshell. You're all caught up now, Trisha. So let's pull some cards for you from the Mystic Dreamer. As I was saying earlier, Trisha, and you missed it, I will be coming on doing question and answer after the Pisces video. So if you want to hang out with me, I will be doing one question card pulls, so you can hang out with me if you want to. So this is your Aquarius moon reading, and this is how you're thinking and feeling for those of you that are just going to look for the Aquarius purposes. And we'll go from here, Mystic Dreamer. Let's see what's going on with you with that. Book your one-on-one, karmaondeck.com. The Tarot 101 series is beginning next Tuesday. I think we're going to make it an evening weekday this week around 7 Mountain Standard. So if you want to get in on the Tarot 101 class, it is a live class. So, and it moves pretty quick. I move pretty quick. So it gives you an opportunity to take some notes, ask some questions, practice, play, go through your deck. I teach you how to buy a deck, teach you what to study, get you up to speed so you have a new tool to play with. So if you're interested in that, please hit me up. And here we go. Hi, Julie. Okay, so this is your Aquarius moon. I did give a quick recap right when the sound came back in. I don't know how I'm going to fix that, but it is what it is. Mercury's still playing with a lot of our lives right now. Interesting, we have the Chariot card too, which the Chariot is the card that is also about moving, but it also has a lot to do with intensity. And I've been talking about this card quite a bit. So the Chariot card has an operator of the chariot, and he has 2 horses. And if you look at this really closely, she is literally focusing on the center of the road, right? She's looking at the road and the forward motion in which she's taking her life. But if you notice on here, it's a dark night. We do have a full moon, but that's not a lot of light, right? So in these troubled times, we just focus and we get our shit straight and we organize ourselves so that we feel as if we're going in the right direction. And sometimes when things don't line up like we want them to, and we're so intensely on our plan that things get rocky. I mean, look, we have mist. We got 2 horses that are skittish in the night, and they're both going different directions, a little bit of fear. And so what we have here is intensity, right? Focus and intensity. We have the Judgment card again, and that is your card for your congruency card. That's between your general spread and your moon reading. And so pay attention to the card Judgment, because that's a theme that's going through both how you think, how you feel, and how you're acting. We've got a little bit of 8 of Swords energy, which is oh, that card wants to be out. So we have the 8 of Swords, which is your card for drama or feeling overwhelmed, okay? We feel this stuck energy with the Hangman, the Temperance is balance. There are a lot of emotional cards here, I'd like to say. There is some big changes for some of you. I would be curious to know now, mind you, there's so many aspects when it comes to your astrological placement. So this might not apply to all of you because your sun, moon, rising, and then your partner's sun, moon, and rising can play. But I see the Death card when it comes into relationships. Now, the Death card is definitely about change, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's death or awful, right? It's actually one of my favorite cards, okay? So we have the Death card, the 4 of Wands, and the 8 of Cups, which means that there's something or someone, it could be someone, you could literally be walking away from a person, But if you look at this, it's the Death card, the Four of Wands, which is commitment, and then we have the Eight of Cups, which is walking away. So you want to walk away from, or like change the dynamics of your commitment and how things are looking, because I'm picking up that you're not happy. You have the Eight of Wands where you're tired, fatigued, you're overwhelmed, and I also see the Knight of Cups, which is emotional. So you put that in a bottle, you put that all together, and what you have is like a Mentos and a Coke bottle. Like right now, we haven't done any shaking, but it's this frustration that I'm seeing with you. Not, you know, you've got with the drama, the intensity, feeling stuck, feeling like you want to walk away, fatigue and emotional. I mean, what do we expect? There's only so much of that we can do. In the general spread, we were looking at the possibility of vacation. And so there isn't this outward expression where you feel like you can actually go and get anything done. But I feel like you want to spend some time, you know, vacationing or traveling, whatever. I am seeing the Page of Cups in this reading. And so what the Page of Cups has to do with is new relationship, okay? Asking for someone's time, asking for them to recommit, you know, being able to speak what you have on your heart when you fall for someone or you want someone's attention, right? And so you've waited for this opportunity, okay? And then you have the Temperance card, which is balance. So what you're really looking for is balance in your relationship. And so if you don't have it the way that you want it, you're almost willing to walk away or just like leave it be. Okay. And again, we have the Two of Pentacles, and that's not exactly the Two of Wands, but again, it has to do with taking two different paths. She's standing on a cliff here and there's two boats and she's got these coins and she's juggling them and she's like, which one do I spend my time on? Now you got to think of time just like money. I spend my time as, how did I say it? I spend my time as carefully as I spend my money. Don't waste it. Right? So we have the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is like, sunk cost fallacy is coming to mind. Have anybody ever heard that expression in business? It's an old 80s term, I think, but the sunk cost fallacy isn't used anymore, but it's a great analogy for people that buy into a business, and even though it's going shitty, they keep throwing money into it. Well, if I get an expert that can come in, they can fix this. Or if I have somebody come in that is a better contractor or whatever, without really looking at the foundation isn't strong. So sunk cost fallacy, this is literally like, am I going to be throwing money? Which thing am I going to be throwing my time and energy and money on? Okay. And I want you to pay attention to this reading too, because what's interesting is that you have the, a theme for each one. And for this theme, we have, this intensity and these emotions, right? So this theme is about choices for you. Which one, she's asking me. Or which one? Yeah. So this is like, how do I decide? So I'm going to say one more piece of advice with this as I shuffle these and put them away for Pisces, and do a quick card pull for you from my Divination of the Ancients, which was something I started a year ago just so I could, or two maybe now, where I could learn this oracle deck, because I don't operate with oracle decks. I teach tarot so that I end up thinking like tarot. And oracle decks are so different. I feel like I'm learning something new. Hi, Coben. Every time. So let's pull a card from that. Then I will be back with you guys right after with Pisces. And tonight I am going to do a Q&A. So if you guys can wait about 20 minutes, I will be back and we will do some Q&A after Pisces. So this is your card, Aquarius, for the week. Did you guys hear the bell toll on my grandfather clock? Bong! This is your card. The Ascension says authenticity. So this is really cool. I love this card because authenticity has to do with, it's called the handwriting card. So no two signatures are the same. I don't care how much you try to copy someone. We all have our tendencies, just like we have different language styles, right? Some people use a lot of the, some people use a lot of adjectives. Some people are very formulative, this and then. And so handwriting is something that's very unique and authentic. And so this card is asking you to step into that authentic living, that authentic life. And that is the key, to be honest with you, is instead of telling people how you want your relationship to be, you be yourself, be 100% authentic, give only 100% of what is free, like, and easy to give. So if you're having to play chess with your relationships, you're going to have to keep up that level of, interaction in order to play and move, right? And so when we are authentic, it forces the others around us like a rock in the river to flow. Now they can stay with you, and they can engage with you, but what's true is this is the key to having most authentic relationships. So this fear of what do I do needs to go away, and truly you just integrate acceptance and allow yourself to be the crazy, quirky, little strange person that you are, like I did. And here I am. Right. It took me a really long time to learn how to play with myself, like learn how to play with my own energy. And just the other day, I was standing by the pool and someone said to close their eyes and shook his head and he said, please don't fall in the pool. And I turned around and looked and I said, see, this is why I'm not an athlete. Because I'm a klutz, but I'm good at so many other things. And that self-acceptance of like, I know I'm a klutz and I'm gonna break things and I don't figure out what's going on around